All right, guys, I'm excited about this week. We are going to do some quote art because I love quotes. Who doesn't love quotes? And this might be an awesome project to put in your room, especially during this quarantine, to kind of give you some inspiration and uplift you every day if you see it. So here's a few examples. You can take this a lot of different ways. Everybody's is going to be unique, but these are some different ones that I'm going to show you how to do. But like I said, you can do anything you want with this project. But what you need to pick is one of your favorite quotes. I did all of mine about art, but yours could be about sports. It could be from a movie. It could be a song lyric. I don't care where it comes from. Just make it meaningful to you. So I'm going to show you quickly how to do 3 different takes on this project, and then you can either choose one of those or you can do one on your own. So this one says, "You can never take art out of my heart." Creativity is intelligence having fun. And then art speaks where words are unable to explain. And I'm going to do something special for this one. So make sure you watch the whole video so you can see this one at the end. I'm going to do something special. Okay? So for this one, all that I did, let me switch out my papers here, is I made the paper a little bit smaller because it is a decent amount of coloring. So I just kind of made a border, and I took my paper and I divided it into 4 sections. Like so. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I took my quote and I divided it into 4 chunks of words. And so my first ones were you, and you can do this any font that you want. Okay. I am just kind of doing a normal font, and I'm kind of adding between my words some things like that. And so I would just keep going, filling up that whole space. Okay. So I want to make sure that my letters touch the top and the bottom. When that is done, it would look something like this. Then I went ahead and I started to color. And I colored mine with colored pencil, but you can use anything you want, even the technique I'm going to show you at the end once you have this part done. Mine, I did kind of like a rainbow pattern, but you could just do random colors or a different pattern. And you can see I kind of colored from dark to light in each one and kind of alternated that. So that's the first quote project that you could do. The second one, I used kind of a banner look, which is something I use a lot on posters and on bulletin boards and when I address envelopes even. And so I'm going to show you how to make some easy banners. So if you want to do a banner, all you do is make kind of a swerved line. Swerved, I don't think that's a word, but whatever. I'm going to match it on the bottom and make straight lines connecting them. I'm going to do that. My quote needed 3 banners. Your quote might need more or less, but I just kind of repeated this step. Then on the bottom of each, I'm going to swirl it around. So kind of like a backwards or part of an S, I guess. Okay, so it's just kind of out and back. I'm going to do the opposite up here. So I'm going to go in and out, in, out, in, out. Then I'm going to make the ends of my banners. So you're basically making an M or finishing an M almost. Then the last step to make the banners is just putting straight lines here, which is where your ribbon would be curled up on one another. And then you can go ahead and fill in your words. So mine was creativity, is intelligence having fun, and I added some extra stuff around it, but you wouldn't have to. But the point of this project is not just to write a quote, but make the quote into art. Okay, so that's what I did when I kind of added my words and then I added some stuff going on around it. So I turned this quote into art, and that is the goal. The last one I'm going to show you looks pretty plain. So I wrote my words and I just kind of added a little extra pizzazz to them instead of writing it all plain. And then I'm going to take some foil. So I just ripped a piece of aluminum foil from my kitchen, and you can use washable markers. So they can be any sort of washable marker. I just happen to have Mr. Sketches here, but they could be Crayola, they could be crazy art, they could be rose art, it doesn't matter. And you're just gonna color the entire foil, okay? So you could do, this one I'm gonna do stripes, okay? And I'm gonna do purple and blue stripes. So I could cover the whole thing like that. You can use as many or a few colors as you want. My example one that I already have colored, so you don't have to wait for me, I just kind of colored it going out like tie-dye. So it's like a rainbow. And for some reason my orange looks a little funky, so I'm gonna go back over my orange part. Okay, so I just colored all the aluminum foil, not hard. Then I'm going to take my quote paper, and I just have a bottle of water, and I'm gonna lightly spray down my paper. Okay, make sure I got it all wet. I'm going to take my foil. I'm gonna take the marker side and I'm gonna flip it down, and I'm gonna lay it on top of my paper, and then I'm gonna rub it. Making sure I got all the corners of my paper. Then I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna rip it up. You can see it creates kind of a cool tie-dye effect on your paper. And so that would change based on how you colored it. So if you colored it in stripes, it would be different, or if you did circles or things like that. But that's just kind of a cool, I call those foil marker prints. And so those are some easy examples of different quote art you can do. But again, the purpose of this project is to take a quote and turn it into art. So number one, I can't wait to see what quotes you love, or song lyrics, or movies, lines, or whatever you love that inspires you. And number two, I can't wait to see how you turn it into art. So whether you add a background, you make the words art itself, or you just add some cool stuff going around it. And you can use so many different materials. So that was marker and water. This was just crayon and Sharpie. This one was colored pencil and Sharpie. You can do watercolor background. If you have paints at home, go ahead and use them. You can splatter paint a background. It is completely up to you. Be creative and make something that you want to put in your room and that you'll really enjoy for a long time to come.